What is good, beautiful soul travelers? Happy Wednesday. It is Priestess Melissa. You're joining me here on Venusian Empress Oracle for your Witchy Wednesday reading. Let's check in with the Witch's Wisdom Oracle cards. Get some more messages also from our Witch's Kitchen cards, which basically go hand in hand, if you will, together. So these are going to give us some energies that we need to be aware of around our main card and energy, all right? Then we're going to tap into the Jack-o'-lantern tarot and see what we have going on, shall we? See if there's any weirdness popping up for this Wednesday. You just never know, right? We got some star energy and Three of Pentacles energy going on here, all right? Healing, but at the same time, could be healing a partnership is kind of what I'm seeing here today. Maybe that's some energy that you may be dealing with it at this time, either with yourself or with a loved one, all right? And this could be potentially a third-party situation around love, but in any case, it could also just mean partnership, love, and in general, healing. Perhaps you've been through a lot together. Knight of Wands is coming out here today, all right? Perhaps you've dealt with a lot of inconsistency, within a relationship, within your own relationship even. We always have to look at ourselves as well whenever we're looking at things that are not going right within ourselves, right? So we're also going to tap in and get some advice from the Forest Fae message cards. The one on the bottom here says, seed spells, create your story. It is the most potent form of magic. So this seed that you're creating at this time, perhaps, we're going to check in and see what that might be for us at this time. It is coming up on that spring and Beltane energy. It is a time to plant those seeds, right? To spring forward out of the dark and cold energy, of winter. It's time to really tap into that good feeling energy, 222. Make those decisions we need to rise even higher, right? Cross those rainbow bridges within ourselves and clear our chakras out. Stick around to the end for all the good stuff. Also get your question ready. We will flip the divination coin and get an answer for you. Let's see what's going on, shall we? And thank you to the angels, ancestors, way showers, and guides. We honor you for the messages, dear witches. Shout out to all of you. I truly appreciate each and every one of you and all the support you show the channel. Your likes, comments, shares, and donations are greatly appreciated. Definitely let me know how the readings are resonating with you in the comment section below. I would definitely like to know. And also subscribe and hit the bell notification if you haven't already so you don't miss any of the readings I put out. Alright guys, how's it been going? How was your Valentine's? Let me know if you did any special stuff, even if you just did something special for yourself. That is definitely something to celebrate, all right? That's definitely going to bring a lot of good and abundance forward, by being honorable, being true. Wicked and greedy is all about harming no one, right? All right, let's see what's going on here today. Could be getting some payback for all the good you've been doing, perhaps. Maybe even in those lean times, when it was hard to stay in a positive frame of mind. But that abundance mindset is what helps bring you through all of that darkness, right? Into the spring of our lives so we can, beautiful. We got tarot cards coming out here. Someone a tarot reader out there? Maybe you've been playing around. We'll do a Lenormand spread. A Celtic cross spread with our cards today. Why not? I'm inspired. So the guidance energy is saying that maybe you've been reaching out or watching a lot of tarot readings, looking for that guidance. Maybe you need to look for a person that you feel that you connect with and get a reading from them, 444, to help you to get that stability and balance that you're looking for. On the bottom, rebirth and Yule. Absolutely. Yule! I always think of that song. Soldier boy. That's right. It's about being a soldier, right? It's time to get out there and, do what the heck we need to do. And I think this is in this card too. It sure is. Look here. It's the connecting card to the future. This is the rebirth time for you. So that's what's coming out. This is what's crossing you. So you've got to allow yourself to move out of some past. Now here, on this particular card, we have fulfillment in the middle. We've got, it's hard to read some of these. Well, in any case, you've got the sword, the athame. You're cutting something away in your mind, perhaps. Cauldron. Cooking something, building something, to this rebirth energy. Familiar here on the bottom, you may have an animal friend or something of that nature. Maybe that is very connected as well, and sometimes, you have that connection with each other where you maybe even receive messages or something of that nature. We have the staff here, so definitely, forging and kind of making those plans as you're going forward, sweeping out with that broom anything that needs to be. And then this is the Watchtower of the North, and I forget what that says, but that always makes me think of the North Node. It's like going in the direction that you need to. And what is this? Astara? Absolutely. You are incubating at this time, incubating that seed, whether it be an actual baby or what it is that you really want in your life. Time to rebirth, my dear. We can't stay in the womb forever, can we? And we got people waiting for us, So it's like this tarot card energy is, again, maybe you're going to get something from this reading that's going to be of great significance for you. In any case, follow your guidance is what I feel this is saying more than anything. So tarot cards and guidance. The energy of this card says, you have been so distracted lately that important messages are passing you by. You have called upon guidance and as yet have not stopped to notice or hear the answers that it brings in oh so many forms. Be still, breathe, and relax as guidance coaxes you to use your magic wand to light up the dark chambers within and reveal your natural wisdom. You have all you need as tarot takes up its sword and offers you its cup of life to quench your deep thirst for answers. As you drink of its sweet nectar, you will find the advice and knowledge you need for the personal growth required to carry on. Your newly found insight will expand along with the age-old wisdom of tarot and guidance, which is called taromancy. To illuminate the way, follow and trust the messages that are revealed, for they will point you in the right direction with the pentacle to protect you. Witch's foresight says, tarot reveals the answers you are seeking. Don't be too proud to ask for help. The signs are all around you. Look for them. Learn and study the tarot. You have a natural talent for reading tarot and delivering messages. Trust in your psychic abilities. You already know the answers. So hit the like button if you are feeling drawn and have been perhaps for some time, or you were a tarot reader in the past and you put the cards down for some reason, 9/11, maybe something happened, you predicted something and it scared you. There's nothing wrong with knowing what's going to happen. You know, just because you know something is going to happen doesn't necessarily mean that it can be changed, you know what I mean? But I feel even if it's not through tarot cards and it's through, you know, that guidance that you're receiving through a spiritual or a non-physical nature. It's nothing to be scared of. Just learn more about it, is what I feel Spirit is saying, so you don't have to feel that fear of it. Here is a spell that you can say, of course, with harm to none. Questions asked: why, where, or what? With tarot by your side, fear not, for guidance comes through clear and fast, revealing all that you have asked. This magic is worked with harm to none. So mote it be, there it is done. You see, it's all about intention. You know, what are you asking for? Why are you asking? How is this, understanding going to serve you better? And then, are you going to take that wisdom you need, that seed of wisdom, and are you going to use it to then allow yourself to now embody these beautiful new crystal formations, love, joy, happiness, all the good things that we think of with this particular energy. And the more perfect snow crystals are, or crystals in general, the more that it shows that it has a higher vibration of those good energies of love and things of that nature. And that's exactly what we want to put into what we are growing. Baby, or, anything in our lives. We want it to be of the highest vibration, yes? All right, hit that like button if you agree, for sure. Let's see some energies that may be coming out affecting all of this today, or what you need to be aware of. I do feel like, a little bit of this scared to come out of the womb energy. It's like, we know how uncomfortable that is as mothers, any of us that have been past that 40-week point. It's like, come on now. Can't stay in there forever, right? So it's like, we can't be afraid to allow ourselves to really, get that guidance and use it for our greatest good as well, right? So what do we need to know? Tea tree and binding. Tea tree is a very cleansing oil, 1212. This will definitely allow you to bind, if you will, the positive aspects. It's kind of like one of those, smells or aromas that kind of keep you on track. It's almost like a reminder of why you're doing what you're doing, building what you're building. And binding, it's really going to help with, if you're doing any kind of spell work, the caution and nettle. So definitely you need to put some protection around you, which is exactly what we would do, right? And what naturally happens around a child, around a baby. In utero, we have the placenta, right? So we always want to ensure that whatever we're growing, that seed, we have to ensure that it receives all of the nutrients that it needs. Not only that, the protection that it needs, right? To be able to grow and thrive. And this is you at this time that we're talking about. What else do we need to know? Chocolate and aphrodisiac. So yeah, when I think about this energy, I think about, needing to feel. So chocolate helps us to feel calm when we're worked up, right? But it also can be like a seductive. So it's almost like a way of energetically like coaxing ourselves and helping ourselves with those better feeling energies by using aids. I'm not saying, eat chocolate every time you need to feel better, but it's saying that what are those things, even just the aroma of chocolate, not saying you have to eat chocolate, but maybe just the aroma of it can help put you in that good feeling place, if you will. Rosemary and memories. So I do feel like, you may be thinking about someone today that you may feel you need to put some protection up against. Maybe you feel like you're bound to a particular situation, particularly in the past, and that it's something that you're always kind of cautious of. Like this person may try to come back and woo you back, if you will. Let's take a look at this a little bit deeper with the Jack-o'-lantern tarot. I'm very interested to see what is going on here. But there's definitely something you need to be aware of. It's almost like, again, you know, maybe somebody trying to make you forget or let your defenses down. Maybe that's what you're concerned about. Queen of Pentacles, Knight of Wands, yeah. Somebody, you know, like if you're in this energy where you've got your ducks in order and you're really focused on keeping things that way, if you will. You don't want, like, just anybody to be able to come in and kind of like, you know, like I got the energy of, you know, like out in the wild, that an animal, a baby animal, can be killed, you know, while their mom and or dad or whatever is off looking for food, right? So it's like, you don't want somebody to be able to come in and just run away with everything. Yeah. Seven of Swords energy. Very interesting that that came out. I feel like that's a fear that you may have, that maybe somebody from the past may try to come back at some point. And, you know, a big part of it is that we have to be healed within ourselves. You know, we have to have learned our lessons so that we keep up our defenses against the people, especially that we know that we need to, so they don't come in while our harvest is trying to, you know, come into fruition and basically like rip it all out, you know, while they're seedlings or whatever. Temperance energy. So definitely you've worked really hard to gain your balance and to maintain your balance is what I'm feeling with all of this. Five of Pentacles at the center of everything. I do feel like almost this energy, a looming kind of energy, where because, you know, you may have your thoughts. So Five of Pentacles, very interesting because the pentacle has 5 points. So on every level, it almost feels like there is some focus of need of balance, or I feel like you've been focused on that, but I feel like also that just more or less like memories of how, because that did come out, didn't it, with memories? I saw that at some point. Where did I see that? I just feel like that, you know, you could be thinking about rosemary and memories. Yes. Okay. So I feel like you're trying to protect yourself perhaps from this past energy. This person that has maybe poured salt on the wound in the past. And I feel like you're really just trying to protect yourself from these type of energies, but to a point to where it's affecting your own. You know what I mean? And almost like you could draw these type of energies in just by being in that energy, right? These knight in shining armor, and maybe you know, you've always kind of hoped that that right person would come in and just kind of make everything better. Maybe you still kind of are hoping for that a little bit, but I think as far as past people, you definitely put an end. You know, I really do feel that you've worked hard to heal from these energies. You've definitely spent a lot of time thinking about this, you know, just kind of like where you are in your life perhaps, but also, of course, with this Five of Pentacles energy, wanting to move to somewhere that's going to be so much better, that you're going to be so much happier. Six of Swords energy. All of these have been in the upright so far, except for that Three of Swords in the past, which is really good. I feel like, you know, you haven't given up on love, even though it's been very challenging, it seems, based on what I'm seeing with your cards here. And it's like to really allow yourself to feel that happiness again, you know, to come out of your shell, if you will, and really open up. Maybe even if it is about love again. But the way you see the situation right now is, you know, maybe you really aren't in that place still yet to open up your heart. You know, it's been a tough road trying to find someone that is fair and balanced, reciprocal. You know, you need that in a relationship. You need to know that you can count on someone to be there for you. Ten of Swords in reverse, hopes, wishes, and fears. You know, you've learned a lot, once again, from things that have happened. Mostly this is your mind, for sure. You know, in your head, for sure. I think you've done more of the head healing than the heart healing, to be honest with you. I do feel like that's still a little bit, you know, and I think this moving that you've done, whether it just be in your way of thinking about things or literal moving, is going to help you quite a bit. You knew that a change needed to come, and I think you headed it off at the pass before, you know, it could turn into a catastrophe. And maybe what you're doing is questioning, you know, was this the right thing to do? But I do feel like it was. Walking away. I do feel like you did walk away from something for your own peace of mind, is what this really looks like. Seven of Wands in reverse. Just, I feel like you've given up on this situation. You stopped fighting for it. It's not something that you want any longer. If this is someone from the past, for sure, I feel like you're pretty definite about that. So, you know, the way that you're really going to be successful, though, is to get back in touch with your heart again, back into that carefree kind of energy. It's like you've done a lot of good by walking away. You know that your peace is most important, and that is most important for sure. But at the same time, now we've got to move past that phase. You know, it's not enough just to make it out and survive, but now we got to thrive, right? All right, what's coming out? Hold on, I got these turned around. From the Forest Fae. We've got the Wood Wife. Trust your inner wisdom. So this is definitely a time for you to trust what you know innately about this situation. You know, wife, you may have been married in the past to this person. I'm not necessarily seeing those cards, but this is definitely about you trusting what you know and just not giving something that even looks like that a second chance again, especially if it's from the same person, you know. Lady of the Lost says, give to others, treasure life and all its magic. Beautiful. So I feel like this is more like a giving back to animals or a way of kindness. Perhaps you're that kind of a person. Cat person, I almost got there, but I don't know necessarily. That does look like a cat, right? Maybe you're a cat lady. But in any case, nothing wrong with that. I feel like you're a very intuitive person, whether you're a male or a female, you know. You may have a fur baby or, you know, a special animal that you connect with, and there's nothing wrong with that. Even a totem, you know what I mean? I saw a coyote, actually, as I was out and about. How interesting, right? Maybe we need to beware. All right, we got Trust coming out here as our first card for our love advice. Do hit the like button and subscribe. Hit the bell notification if you are resonating, and thank you for your support. It says transformation occurs through acceptance. Once you accept the current situation, it will automatically transform. So this is all about, again, trusting your inner wisdom, just like our Woodwife card talked about, right? So what are you being told? Trust yourself. Trust you know best. This is talking about freedom, and this came out earlier. There is nothing stopping you. The path is clear if you want it to be. All right? So plant your seed and believe, trust. My beloved, this card says, though we may be physically apart, spiritually we are always united, for love transcends space and time. Nothing is missing. I always get an energy of maybe a lost child on here, maybe through miscarriage or abortion, 2424. There's some balancing out here. Could even be related to a relationship that you're thinking about at this time. But, you know, I feel like this child is, if that's the case, saying, I love you and everything is good and I'm fine. Don't worry about me. All right, let us get an answer to your question, shall we? In 3, 2, 1. All right, guys, the answer to your question is a yes. I love it. Beautiful. I hope that was the answer you were looking for. I hope this reading has helped you. If it has, thank you so much for hitting the like button, subscribe, and bell notification. Stay amazing. I'll see you tomorrow for our True Love Thursday reading. Bye for now.